Dear Panthers, in this video we're going to cover our syllabus, our Canvas page, and of course, this week's module. So let's get into it. First, I want to present you with our Canvas page, since that's the place where you will be accessing our syllabus. So check it out. Here we have Arnold from Hey Arnold, just vibing out. It's a cool GIF, huh? I think so too. That's us. That's our class. So let's click it. Oh, he really has a Walkman. That's so cool. Did you guys ever have a Walkman? I had a Walkman. Alright, let's check this out. So, in order to get our syllabus, simply go down here to where it says syllabus and download it so you can follow along. And here we are, our syllabus. We are welcomed by my favorite animal, the panda, which incidentally happens to be the animal for this month on my wall calendar. So this first page is really just logistical information. Things like our class section, my name, my email. I'm there to help. Please use my email. This is the course description of our class, 1C, Intro to Literature. And this second page is what I like to call the meat and potatoes of it, because it's the intro that I wrote out for us. So check this out. Welcome to English 1C. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a literature class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Our adventure awaits us. First bit of news is a really good one. So officially, let me grab it. There we go. Didn't want to knock the microphone over. Officially, this is our book, The Norton Introduction to Literature by Kelly J. Mays. Particularly, we'll be looking at this 12th edition. Of course, you have the option of getting it yourself, but that's not necessary because I have made it available as a PDF on Canvas, on our Canvas page. So again, you do not have to get the book as it's available on Canvas, but if you want to get it, I'm sure that because it is an older edition that you can find it for cheap online. But anyways, this is our book. But like I said, I'll make it available through Canvas. In fact, I'll make all our readings available through Canvas. So pocketbooks rejoice. So for materials, obviously, access to your Canvas account, access to the internet, since this is an online class. Highlighters. Why highlighters, Mr. Godoy? Well, in order to be an active reader, you need to be somebody who marks their texts up, who writes marginal notes, who highlights, and who is essentially corresponding with what they are reading, right? Not just being a passive reader where it goes just vapidly from one end of the brain to the next. No, you engage with it. You make connections with things that you know, with things that you're reminded of. You add to your net of knowledge. You're reacting to it. You're responding to it. That's why we need highlighters. And actually, I have a recommendation. My favorite type of highlighters are called wax highlighters. They're cool because you can leave them uncapped and they don't dry out. It's super cool. Okay, so about our online space, what is central is something called Netiquette. Netiquette is essentially net etiquette. And what is at the key of all that, at the heart of all that, is remember the human. You see, my friends, it's easy to forget that there's an actual person behind those usernames. We're not just disembodied avatars, but we're real people. So remember the human. Now, it is perfectly normal and okay to disagree with somebody's perspective or idea. However, do not attack the person directly. I won't allow any hate speech. It's my prerogative as an instructor. So remember the human, show respect to one another and towards me. That'll get us a long way. Respect goes a very, very long way. So, yeah, be respectful to one another. And also, when you write me an email, make sure, as well as with your other teachers, to run a spell check at the very least. So class components, interspersed throughout our modules, we will have small reading quizzes, which will essentially be just on reading comprehension. It won't be worth a ton of points, but they'll be there to keep you on your toes. If you did the reading, you'll do great. All of our work is easy. As an online class, the organizational structure is that every week we'll have a corresponding module. So since this is since this is week 2, then our corresponding module is module 2, all right? And within a module, we'll have all sorts of things like discussion boards, write-ups, our homework readings, our writing workshops, assignment links. Essentially, everything will be there in our modules, and you just have to worry about doing the most recently published module, which for the most part I will publish them on Sundays, so watch out for those. Okay, when we do have discussion boards, please make sure to respond in at least one hearty paragraph. In addition to that, it's disingenuous to call it a discussion board if it's just you, how do you say, screaming into a vacuum. No, a discussion board is bilateral, right? It requires engagement and interaction between its participants, between interlocutors, right? So with that, I'm asking that in addition to responding to the task, whatever the discussion board is, I'm asking that you select at least one classmate's post to also reply to. And make sure to do so in at least 2 hearty sentences. And the idea here is to push the conversation forward. You know, don't just say, yeah, cool story, bro, or yeah, that's cool. No, just like in real life, when you're having a conversation with your friends about a topic, you ask about certain aspects of it. You push it forward, much like pretend that your friend went to a Clippers game yesterday and you're saying, hey, did you see that shot in, I don't know, the second quarter or something? You contribute something, you add to it, you propel forward the conversation. Just like that, just like in real life, we do the same here in our discussion boards for our class. Oh, another thing. So weekly discussion. So our discussion boards, those cannot be made up. Why, Mr. Godoy? Why can they not be made up? Well, because they are programmed to expire at a certain time. There's a deadline, meaning that the conversation happens in real time, and as such, once the deadline hits, then that conversation has ended, so there's no way anyway to respond to one another because the conversation's closed. So unfortunately, you cannot make up discussion boards. However, you are allotted I think it's in here. You are allotted one late homework pass. Here it is. That actually is down here. Okay, so you are allotted one homework pass, which would allow you to turn in your homework assignment up to 1 day late after its deadline by 11:59 p.m., you can simply just email me as an attachment. You could send me an email, say, hey, Mr. Godot, I'm actually going to use my late homework pass. And then 1 day after its deadline, you'd have until 11:59 p.m. So let's pretend there was a write-up due today. You let me know, hey, Mr. Godot, I was really busy at work. I am going to use my late homework pass, so just let me know. So then you'd have by tomorrow, by 11:59 p.m., to email me that as an attachment. And you do have a late essay pass. That one can only be used for the first essay, because the second essay, which is the literary analysis essay, that's going to be due on our very last day. And I would dub the king or queen of procrastinators if you try to use the late essay pass on the very last day when everything's over. So the late essay pass will allow you to turn in up to 2 days after its deadline by 11:59 p.m. Simply let me know. My advice to you is to not just waste them all at the start of the semester just because you can. No, save them for when you really need them. That is that. Oh, another thing I do want to add. So when talking about the late homework pass, everything is homework except, so you cannot use it for discussion boards because it happens real time. And you cannot use it for submitting your rough draft for the peer review workshops. So we're going to have peer review workshops for our both major essays. So yeah, the reason for that, for not being able to use it for the rough draft for the peer review workshop, is because the Canvas system is programmed to have a deadline for those, and then Canvas is programmed to automatically distribute drafts to those students who submit it in on time. So yeah, that's the reason. But what is late homework? Well, that's everything from a write-up, an outline, a worksheet, anything like that. All right, so that is that for late work. Okay, so we'll have 2 major essays. You have to do them both to pass. Just letting you know, anytime that you submit an assignment, like a paper or anything like that, I have automatically programmed it to go through the Turnitin filter, Turnitin.com filter. No, you don't have to make an account for Turnitin. It's just something that will automatically process, and this does detect similarity reports. Essentially, just do your own work. You'll be fine. Because Turnitin is on our side as teachers. Just do your work. Plagiarism's not worth it. Okay, we have a chat here in our Canvas page. So try the chat. Try to reach out to one another before reaching out to me. Participation, it's an online class, so log in, do the work. You're participating and in attendance. Tech support. This is an online class, so IT is invaluable to us. This is their webpage, their phone number, and where they're located. Assignment submissions, please make sure to have them in these acceptable formats, either Doc, DocX, or PDF. If you are using Google Docs, make sure to save it as one of these before turning it in. We talked about late work, revisions, okay, because I'm a firm believer in the writing process, and that writing is a process. Then you can revise one of your major essays. So in this case, because we have 2, you can revise the first one. Let's say you get a B, you want to go for that A, you understand what areas you need to strengthen, and it's more than just crossing T's and dotting I's. A revision is revamping areas that are weak, so on and so forth, and that's based on maybe any feedback that you might have gotten. So, or maybe, I'm always open to meet. Please let me know if you ever want to have a Zoom meeting. I'm always open to meet. Excuse me. So let's pretend, okay, you get your first essay graded today. You would have up to 4 days at the latest to email me it by 11:59 p.m. Just let me know, hey, Mr. Godoy, I'm actually going to revise my paper. And then you do so. And yeah, simple as that. Plagiarism, it's not worth it. Turnitin is on our side. As teachers, just do your own work. Yeah, you'll get a 0, which could potentially even lead you to failing the class. So just do your own work. You'll be good. The Writing Center, it's an invaluable resource. It's an invaluable resource. Literature and writing, reading and writing go hand in hand, right? So this is their phone number. Student counseling, if you need to talk to somebody, I know it's a tough time for all of us. They're there to help. DSPS, if you need any accommodations with them, make sure to reach out to them ASAP, and they'll give you the documentation that you'll need to provide me for any accommodation. Make sure to do that ASAP. Grade breakdown, essentially all the points will be from our modules. Just do the module for the week and you'll be good. All right, here's our dog. He's happy. He's like, hey, Mr. Godot, you got through the preliminaries for our syllabus. I think this dog looks like Max. This is our class dog. What name do you guys think we should give him? To me, he looks like a Max, simply because I imagine he has like floopy ears hanging behind him. All right, here is our calendar. I just want you to understand the organizational structure of it. So here on this side, you'll be able to see the thematic units, and I'll be updating that. So remember the syllabus that is uploaded to Canvas will always be the most updated one. And yeah, at the top, let's say I'm assigning something or anything like that, any reminder, then you'll see that there. All right, that is our calendar. And there's Max again. He's like, whoop, you did it. We made it to the end of the syllabus. Yes, we did, Max. All right, so let's take a quick look at our Canvas page again. This is 1C. This is English 1C. I'm sure that you have all had your fair share of experience with Canvas. But just quickly, just want to break down. Here we have our welcome letter. Here we have my communication plan, which is how you can communicate with me and how I'll communicate. Essentially, just use your Chafee email. You can email me, or you can use the Canvas inbox here. Also, I'm always available for a Zoom conference. Just let me know. Okay, here's our syllabus. Here's the link for our Writing Center. That's an invaluable resource. Team building activity. Oh, this is fun. So, we all need to laugh. We all need an opportunity to have things be more lighthearted, right? It's a tough time for us all. So this is an ongoing thing that will be available throughout our semester. It's not for points or anything, but it's a place to share. Maybe you've come across a cool music video of a new band you've discovered, or a new cool song, or maybe there's a funny meme or something like that, or even the picture of your pet. You can show us your pet iguana, your pet dog, your pet cat, your pet mouse. I don't know. So this will be available throughout the semester. Looks like some of you are already sharing some things. One thing I am noticing, looks like you've attached it. I want to show you how to actually embed the image. I want to show you how to both embed an image as well as embed a video. I think that'll look cool. Let's start with embedding an image, and I will start with my favorite breed of cat, which is the British Shorthair Cat. So let's take a look at that. So first thing, you obviously need to find the image and download it, right? So let's see. Let's type in British Shorthair Cat. There we go. All right, this is my favorite breed of cat. So cute. Oh, this one, I like it. He's even has a little, what are those called? The name escapes me. What are these called? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, so as you can see, what are they called? I don't know. If you guys remember, let me know. Oh, that's not a good one because we want it to be a JPEG. All right, let's try. Come on. Oh, this one's cute. Okay, let's try this one. Drag it out. There we go. This is a JPEG. Perfect. So the formats we want are particularly JPEG or also PNG, because you see what had happened, what I had dragged out before, it said WebP. That's a web page format. That won't work. All right, so get out the file that you want. As long as you know where it is, then you can do this. I like to drag it to the desktop. That makes things easier. So in order to attach, it's really simple. You just hit reply. Rather than going to attach, you go to insert. So you go to insert image, you go to upload image, you click the rocket ship, find what you want to upload, and submit. There we go. There's the Cade, there's the cat. All right, so I'm going to put I'm your class cat. Give me a name. Let's see. Ooh, looking for it. There we go. I think this guy looks like a Scarlet. Maybe it's a girl. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So this is how you embed an image into our team building activity, which will be going on throughout the term. Next thing I want to show you is how to embed a video. So I will search, I don't know, LA Kings highlights. I like hockey. All right. Oh, look, one day ago. Oh, Kraken versus Seattle. All right, very cool. Did you know that Seattle has an NHL team now? A pro hockey team. They're called the Kraken. What a name, huh? Okay, so find the video that you want. Go here to where it says share. Rather than copying this link, what you want is the embed link. So make sure to click here to where it says embed. Copy it. Once you have the embed link, simply go to reply. And again, you go to insert. Rather than going to image, because it's an embed code that we want to input, then you go to embed. You copy it here, where it says embed code, submit. And after doing so, just post it. And voila. That is how you embed both an image and a video. So this will be available for us throughout our semester. All right. And it's for funsies, not for points. So feel free to share if you ever come across, anything cool you want to share. All right. We did the module, the icebreaker, the first one. Very good. For this week, as you can see, after watching this video, simply take this little quiz, which is really frequently asked questions and just agreeing to the terms of our syllabus. That's worth points. This will be due by Sunday. You can always look at the deadlines there. In addition to that, you can even click here where it says calendar, and it creates for you deadlines more visually. Oh, what's happened here? I guess you gotta click the class that you want to show up, right? And actually what's cool about this, guys, is that you can do it for all of your classes. You just click the classes that you're taking and it shows up here, the deadlines. I think it's really useful. In order to be successful, my friends, my dear Panthers, you need to have what I like to call mission control. Mission control is just the place where you can jot down your deadlines in order to look ahead to see what's on the horizon, and that allows you to intentionally place your efforts towards the closest deadline. This way you don't have to carry the deadlines in your head, but rather your mission control. That could be anything from an agenda to an app, or my personal favorite, a wall calendar, where you write down all the deadlines. And that's why this calendar feature on Canvas is helpful, because it allows you to transcribe what you see there onto your mission control. All right. So for this module, we have the quiz contract. We have this. It's a reading, and it comes from our book, Norton Intro to Literature. And I want you to read the first 19 pages, so pages 1 to 19. And we're looking at introduction and fiction, reading, responding, and writing. So I want you to read these two sections. You will note this is the intro section. From there till the next part, which looks at fiction. So it's page 19. Let's find that. There we go. You're going to look at this section until this section. Hope you can see that. There we go. Fiction, reading, responding, writing. That's the next part. I think it sets a good foundation for us and for our work as students of literature. Here is the PDF. I've made it available for you to read. And you're going to write in this discussion board. Here is what you're being asked. So what are some of the things that you learned about literature / fiction from reading these pages? Again, to make sure, jot some notes in order to actively read, respond to it, react to it. Jot down important key terms and things that are worth writing and worth remembering, right? Okay, so what stood out to you the most from these pages? Make sure to write in at least a hearty paragraph and respond to at least one classmate in at least 2 hearty sentences. So that is that. This one is due by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. The next one, I thought this was cool. This TED Talk, how literature can help us develop empathy. I thought it was really interesting. And what's neat too is that this was published really recently. This TED Talk. Okay, what are some of the things you took away from this TED Talk? Is there anything in particular that surprised you or resonated with you? Again, take notes. Remember to write your response in at least a hearty paragraph and reply to at least a classmate's post. Same thing applies. And that is what we have for this week's module. With that, thank you for checking out this video. Happy writing, and I wish you a lovely week.